Good morning. What better way to scare your players than to suddenly tell them we're going live? Watch them all freak out for a moment. But that's alright. We're back here in New Orleans. The wonderful world that it is. Let's see, when last we left our cast of characters, they were all at Sasha's and Alex's house, the mansion. Saoirse was keeping an eye on Star upstairs, who smells delicious. And they were waiting on a phone call. A phone call they received, and in that phone call to Saoirse, the last thing she heard was, I have a problem. So back to Saoirse. You're on the phone with your side.
Well, what kind of problem?
See, my dear, uh, they're actually, not sure if they're Sabbat or not. They're, they're not part of the Princess group, that's for sure. I'm wondering if it might be an uprising, like a coup.
Well, were they following us?
Nay, y'all left and they stayed there, watching me.
Well, what were they watching you for?
Usually when you have to overthrow a prince, you make sure that you have the Primogen on your side.
Aye, that's true. Well, do you want us to investigate them?
I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to him, let you know if I can feed you any more information.
Well, be careful, please. I don't need nothing happening to you.
Don't worry, my dear. I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself.
I know, I just worry about you. Please.
Aye, my dear. I'll be careful.
Thank you. Call me back as soon as you can.
Aye, I will. And with that, she hangs up.
Saoirse hangs up the phone and turns to Sasha and Alex. Well, that was Alana. She said they weren't following us, but they stayed there watching her. She's not sure what they're up to. So she's gonna go talk to them.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Nay, but she's the Primogen. Who am I to tell her no? Even if she is my sire.
Okay.
She said that she'd call me back as soon as she was finished speaking with him. So I guess we just wait.
Yay, more waiting. That's just kind of just resumes her sentry position kind of by the window.
And while Saoirse deals with her audio technical difficulties, how long are you guys gonna wait? Through the end of the evening? Till dawn? For days, months, weeks, years? How long will you wait?
Well, well. I think Alex can comfortably wait for something like this for about 10-15 minutes.
Okay. And what about Sasha?
Sasha can wait for about 2.5 hours, just sitting there before she eventually needs to move.
Okay, Alex. When you're done waiting, what are you gonna do?
I'm bored now.
Okay, I can hear again. What did I miss?
I'm bored. What do? I'm gonna go have another look around outside. And if nobody stops her, she's just gonna get up and walk out the back door. Yeah, so she gets up and walks out. Again, almost happily skipping off into the woods. Just the usual routine of looking for small animals and such. Just getting the lay of the land as usual, marking the territory, that kind of thing.
And you lay the land and mark the territory and do all those sorts of intricate, wolfy, animalistic things as you hunt down rabbits and squirrels. Don't choke.
That's what she said.
Yes, it is. That is what I said.
Yeah.
And how long are you going to spend out there doing this?
Probably a few hours now, because she's got a fairly sizable chunk of domain, so there's enough there to keep her entertained for a while.
Alright, so inside, Sasha's sitting sentry by the window for 2.5 hours. What is Saoirse doing?
Saoirse, she went back into the room with Star and is just sitting there watching her sleep, waiting by the phone for Alana to call her back.
And you're waiting and waiting, and the hours drag by. An hour passes. 2 hours pass. Sasha gets bored sitting at the window.
She does. She goes off and starts grumbling. Seriously can probably hear her giving out that the chest that this is taking fucking forever, as she is putting on music and sitting around. Kind of, she doesn't need to feed, so she's not going to go out and be all territorial like Alex is. Even though she kind of watches around, she just kind of lights a cigarette and just kind of throws on some late night TV and just basically goes, "Well, Lana's not going to bloody call, so I'm just going to do what I normally do." And she kind of just sits cross-legged, humming to music and just kind of in general noise.
Saoirse hears this general noise, and Alana still hasn't called.
Saoirse keeps looking at her phone, seeing if she has any messages. It's in her hand, so she'd know, really, if someone called. She hears the muffled noise of music. Of course, she doesn't mind that. She also thinks about the events of the night and how she almost lost Star, slashed Sasha across the face. She feels really bad about that. Here she just told her that she'd keep her safe, and then she hurts her. A tear runs down her cheek as she thinks about that. She still waits. Eventually, she'll send a text message to Alana asking if she's had any luck.
Sasha, do you have the news on by chance, or just?
It would probably appear on the news eventually. Yeah, it would switch onto one kind of news broadcast type thing. Eventually, I'm assuming.
Okay, perfect, wonderful. That's great to hear. You're watching, and the news comes on, and they say that they're cutting to a special report. Um, there was a Kodiak. They believe it was a Kodiak bear seen rampaging through the French Quarter this evening. They're not sure how it got here or where it disappeared to.
What the hell? Oh no. She kind of gets up and Saoirse?
Let me roll to see if Saoirse hears this. Yeah, she does. Saoirse kind of springs up off the bed and wipes her tears away, and comes out of the room. Aye, what's going on? As
You
she
should
is heading down the stairs.
you should come look at the news. Ooh.
As she comes down the stairs and uh, comes and stands in front of the TV. What's up? What's going on?
She just points at the news broadcast.
And is it still going on about the bear?
There's a subline that says numerous reports of bear attacks. Yes, we have new reports from a local zoologist that the bear matches the description of a Kodiak. How a Kodiak got into the city and is rampaging through the French Quarter is unknown at this time.
Oh no. Alana. What the fuck? And she quickly dials Alana's phone number.
Winger's not gonna help if she's a bear.
That doesn't mean that she's still a bear right now. We don't know what time this happened. We've been waiting for hours for her to call us back.
Okay.
The phone goes straight to voicemail.
Oh, god damn it.
We should we go down there? I mean, this is the Primogen.
What time? Out of character, what time is it?
A little after midnight.
Oh, that's all? Shit. Are you sure about
It's
that?
closer to 1, actually.
The fight in the alley didn't take that long. Okay.
Nope. Killed her.
Saoirse looks at her phone, looks at the time. Hi. Let's go back to Alana's Haven at least and start there and see what we can find. Star is safe here, sleeping, right?
Do you want one of us to stay and watch over her?
Nay, we need all of us to see if we can find Alana. And if we have to subdue a bear, we need all of us.
Well, what happens if the people were worse subduing a bear coming into the house and take Alana then? And Star. At least with one of us here, if something happens, we can immediately get her out. It makes sense.
Saoirse is torn between going to look for her sire and staying with Star. She really doesn't want to leave Star with anyone else.
You go and get
But
your stuff.
she wants to go look for her sire as well. So she's sitting there in contemplation for a moment.
Sasha just cocks her head. You go get You go with Alex and go subdue Alana. You're two of the strongest. I can hide and move quite quickly, and I can get Star out if anything happens.
Saoirse nods. Aye. Okay. Please keep her safe. You call
Mm-hmm.
me if anything happens, and I'll call you as soon as I have information.
Mm-hmm. Don't get Alex killed or I'll claw your eyes out. And she kind of is walking to her go and get her sister. She kind of says it very coldly as well, you know, kind of don't get Alex hurt. Basically,
Oh
she's
yeah,
shouting.
no, she you see a look of hurt come across Saoirse's face. Not
"I-
gonna get her killed.
You better not. Is and she leaves it kind of out, up in the air, kind of just giving you a look as she opens the back door and starts shouting for Alex.
With the way that Sasha is with Saoirse right now, she's not too sure if she trusts her there with Star. What if she hurts Star to hurt her? She doesn't know, but she needs to go look for her sire as well. So she's still very torn on what to do.
Yeah, Sasha's still shouting for Alex.
So yeah, when you open the back door and she just starts shouting, you see Alex just sat there on the porch. Normally.
Oh, she's like
Yeah.
mid. Ah, oh, there you are.
What?
Alana's turned into a bear and is rampaging around the French Quarter.
Good for her.
You need to go get her, sweetie. You and Saoirse are going. I'll watch over Star, and in case anything happens, you know how I can slip away.
So she just kind of leans back and gives a bit of a scowl and then, alright. Well, why am I going with
Be
Saoirse?
careful, because you two are some of the strongest. I'm the quickest. Be careful and don't go frenzying, okay?
I can't really help that.
I'll try. Okay, sweetie? Be good.
I'm always good.
I know, but if you do this right, we look really good, saving everyone. Okay, sweetheart? So be good. For me. She gives you a big smile.
Okay, be good.
So come
I'll
on.
do that.
Good girl. So come on with me. She leaves the door open for you as she's walking back to where Saoirse is.
And yeah, and she gets up and walks inside.
Okay. As she kind of stands in front of the two of you. Start at Alana's house and probably make your way to the French Quarter. Maybe use the sewers if you have to.
Hmm.
I'll keep an eye out here. I can know most places, and I know a back way. I can get Star out easily if the house gets attacked. And plus, I can go invisible.
Hmm. Oh, and Saoirse, make sure you keep that thing in your pants.
I will. And yeah, you could tell that Saoirse's not quite. Of course, the events of the night also probably have an effect on her, but she seems a little bit more not herself.
Hmm. You need to get your head together, seriously, if you're going to take on a bear.
I know.
She plants a kiss on Alex's cheek. Be safe. And don't get yourself killed on me.
I won't.
And she
Oh,
kind
come on
of,
now.
as she's like stroking Alex's hair, she gives a look to Saoirse going, keep her safe, or else. You know, it's very kind of protective over Alex, like it's extremely protective.
And that makes Saoirse even more uneasy about leaving Star with Sasha. She goes upstairs before leaving and to check on Star. She's still sleeping peacefully. She She kneels down beside the bed and starts saying a prayer, asking Gaia to watch over her and Star, especially Star, and to keep her safe, especially while she sleeps. And then she kisses Star on the forehead, runs her hands through her hair, caresses her cheek, whispers in her ear, "I'll be back as soon as I can." And then she heads down the stairs and doesn't even really look at Sasha. And all right, Alex, are you ready to go?
1 minute. Sasha, well, if something happens, you can use the dark room. You can hide easy in there.
Okay, sweetie.
Don't break anything.
Be safe.
She just gives that. It's almost a smile. And she just turns to Saoirse. Ready.
All right. Let's go and see if we can catch ourselves a bear.
I'm sure I fought a bear once. Huh, that was fun.
You've never had to do anything while she's been in that form, so hopefully she cooperates.
Good. At least one of us is experienced.
And then Saoirse just starts walking out to the car.
Wonderful. You walk out to the car.
Is Alex going to follow her?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Okay. She gives kind of a half-hearted goodbye to Sasha. Not sure, honestly, how to act with her, with the way that she's acting. She just says goodbye and, heads out to the car and gets in. And waits for Alex to get in, and then they drive over to Alana's Haven.
When you guys arrive, I need you to roll perception alertness for me, please, and thank you. It's vision-based for those who care.
I care.
I'm glad somebody does.
I failed my
course.
roll, so I have a -1 penalty on all my dice rolls.
Darn
Oh
it.
no, I failed. That's a fail. At least it's not a botch. That's a fail.
This is her haven.
No, you arrive to the area. You park in that same spot or nearby, and you start walking up to the house. Maybe Saoirse's just distracted with the thoughts in her mind. But as you're walking up, Alex, you notice something about the haven. The front door is off the hinge, and it looks like the wall has been knocked in a little bit. So the opening is now almost 5 feet wide.
Oh shit. Seeing this, Alex just, not sure out of instinct or actual caring, she just kind of grabs Saoirse's hand as she's walking in front of her. Looks like somebody didn't knock properly.
Um, Saoirse obviously doesn't see any of this, right? Because she failed perception.
Yeah, you're just lost in your own thoughts. Maybe you're staring at the ground while you're walking.
So when
And then
she
Alex grabs your hand.
Right, so when Alex grabs her hand, that startles her. She goes, "What? What do you see?"
Well, I don't remember the door being that wide. Or that open. Looks like something tried to get in.
Oh no. Saoirse runs up to the door.
Well, that's just stupid. So Alex is just kind of left, stood there in the middle of the path as Saoirse runs away. Hmm.
And as you run up to the door, you notice it's been knocked in. The wall is partly collapsed. Looking in, I am assuming, Lindsay? Going in what? As you approach.
She's just inspecting the door.
The door has been knocked in, and part of the wall has as well.
Okay, and then she looks at this carnage and she goes into the house.
Much of the furniture between the door and the stairs down have been knocked aside.
And there's no sign of anyone in the house?
Not up here.
Apart from Alex slowly approaching from behind.
Okay. She's then gonna head downstairs to the underground portion of Alana's Haven.
As you approach the stairs, and you look down, even the stairs themselves disappear into utter darkness, almost unnaturally so. It's not shadows at this point. At this point, it's almost like physical darkness just blocking the whole layer down.
Saoirse activates her Eyes of the Beast and walks down the stairs.
You notice, even with Eyes of the Beast, that this is still very dark.
She continues onward. She wants to see what, if anything's down here. But she does make note that it's a lot darker than normal.
And what's Alex doing?
Alex, at the minute, she just stood in the middle of the room, just looking at all the furniture that's been thrown around and knocked over. And is there any, like stairs going up or rooms around? Because she's just gonna search around the upstairs for now.
The upstairs is pretty much one big area.
Hmm.
It's basically just a living space. It does have a small little kitchenette. Obviously, she didn't have it put in for her own use. It's probably for her ghoul, if she has one, to use. And you see Saoirse, as she starts to walk down, the shadows from down there seem to rise up as if they're almost enveloping her as she walks down the stairs.
Well, Alex is just gonna have another quick look around the main living space, see if she can pick up anything from that, and if not, she'll just probably get bored and just follow Saoirse.
Well, you pick up that whatever made that hole into the house was probably just knocking stuff out of their way to go straight towards those stairs. because that's pretty much the straight line that the stuff's knocked out of.
Strange. Oh, shit. And she just, again, slowly walks, in no rush really, just over to the stairs and down. When it gets dark enough, she will activate Eyes of the Beast.
Well, you'll need to activate them almost as soon as you enter into that lower area. The darkness is almost like a physical wall that you're passing through on your way down. Saoirse, since you went down a short bit ahead of her, your eyes are only letting you see 10, maybe 15 feet in this darkness. You've been down here before. You know that there's a short hallway, then there's a bedroom on one side, and then she has like a little private meeting chamber in the back.
Saoirse slowly walks through the body of the house. She peers into the bedroom.
It's a large bedroom, though she rarely uses it. She tends to like to just lay in the earth. You can kind of see the bed from here, but you also see the shapes of things, but they're very distant and muted with this darkness that seems to be being very pervasive and everywhere.
Not really seeing anything in the bedroom, Saoirse heads down to the little meeting chamber.
In the meeting chamber, there's a number of trophies that she has in here. Animals she's fought over the years. There's the head of a werewolf. The bear that she killed, that she then had stuffed when she gained her shapeshifting into the Kodiak. You see another bear laying at its feet uh, that you don't remember. Um, there are several strange things that you really don't even have names for. You never really got a chance to look around and ask questions. She always was a hands-on and taking you out and doing things.
So there's nobody in here.
Just a few things I've described.
At this point, Alex is almost barging past Saoirse. She just walks straight into the room. Just looks around at all the different trophies and stuffed animals. See, Saoirse? A hunter remembers every kill.
Can you say that again? She missed it.
A hunter remembers every kill.
Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry, my microphone wasn't working. Yeah, she hears this, hears Alex saying this. Aye, that they do. But she stares at the head of the werewolf. It's definitely not something she's ever seen before. Alex, what is that? I mean, it looks like a giant wolf, obviously, but have you ever seen anything like that before?
Werewolves? A few. Never decide to tangle with them. Too big, too fast. They used to live on the outskirts.
Aye. They have a human form.
Yeah.
If Alana's killed one before, then maybe others are coming. Maybe that's who was watching her. I
Hmm.
mean, of course, I don't know that for sure, but it's possible.
Hmm. Unlikely though. Werewolves this close into the cities. Too risky.
If
In
it
other
was
words, there wouldn't be just one bear running around. There'd be half the fucking kindred of the city.
Alex, you hear a very muted growling, almost.
As soon as she finishes that last sentence, since she can see her, she would see her head just dart to where the sound of that growling is coming from.
Your head turns towards the two bears.
Huh. I don't think we're alone.
what do you mean? As Saoirse obviously didn't hear anything.
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Let's just have a walk in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, and Alex will start walking towards the bear. Or
The
whomever made this
the
noise.
one that is standing up in pose, or the one that's laying down in front of it.
Just making, slowly and cautiously making her, not presence known, but more, she wants to get closer to have a better look.
Well, you notice that the one that's standing up has like a little pedestal under it. The one that's laying down is actually just laying on the carpet in front of it.
Hmm.
And you notice that its head kind of turned towards you as you guys begin moving closer to it.
Hello.
And a loud roar emits from it, its head as big as half your body.
Saoirse is gonna use animalism to talk to it. After she recovers from the loud roar, she actually should. I don't know. Should we roll courage for that?
Sure, if you were scared of it.
Well, it's a 15-foot tall bear. Oh, Saoirse knows that is pretty sure that that's Alana. So she might just take a step back, but she's gonna use animalism to to talk to her and ask her if that's her.
So yeah, as this
That
bear,
was a steal from Alex there, man. Jesus.
this bear stands up and just roars in Alex's face. She just slowly tilts her head and just smiles at it.
Saoirse passes her courage roll too, so. But yeah, she's gonna use animalism to talk to the bear. Alana, is that you?
Saoirse? Is that you? Child.
Aye, it is. And Alex too. We saw the news. You're all over the news.
Damn it. Oh, and Alex, you hear the bear kind of let out this pained groan.
I didn't do that.
Are you going to stay a bear, or are you going to come back to regular form? There doesn't appear to be anything else here.
And at that, maybe she had been so lost in her own world, the fight for survival driving her to stay in that animalistic persona, the bear, the strength, the perseverance. And you see the bear begin shrinking rapidly from this massive creature down to a woman, a woman you recognize. And as she does this, you also notice the darkness. Your vision seems to expand out as she's doing this.
Saoirse looks curiously at Alana. Was that you doing that with the shadows?
And you see several large gashes across her abdomen and chest as she's laying there.
Oh my god, what happened?
It seems somebody wants me to go independent.
Why? Why would they want you to do that? And who is it?
There used to be an old friend. Oh.
So it's another one of us then. Another gangrel.
Nay, I wish it were. Might have been able to talk some sense into him.
A werewolf?
You think a werewolf could do this to me? Nay, child.
Well then who the fuck is it? Saoirse's definitely getting uh, more frustrated, especially with her being on edge anyway. She just wants to know who the hell did this to her sire.
Somebody I used to be close to. I wasn't anticipating it. I expected him to be polite and friendly. I guess they didn't like me joining the Camarilla.
Well, have they got a name?
Aye, they do.
Well,
Can
can
you
you tell me,
tell us?
please? Shite. Tell me.
Her name is Nix.
Nyx. Is that her real name, or is that just some thing that she calls herself. Does she fancy herself a goddess?
She does. She's been around for a while. Not nearly as long as I have, but we were close for a while.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me guess. She's the one that did the shite with the shadows.
She taught it to me.
She taught it to you, so you can do that too.
Oh, I did. I was trying to make sure nobody was following me. At least nobody kind.
Okay, so where did she go? And is she going to come back and attack again?
I didn't know. She disappeared into the shadows.
Okay. Oh, God. Well, like I said, you're all over the news, at least in your bear form, so as long as you don't go back to that, you should be fine. Uh,
Yeah, you should see
can you
animal
tell me what
control.
can you tell me what this Nyx looks like?
She's a beautiful woman. Dark hair. Her eyes kind of glow an inky black. She's fairly petite, but strong for her size. She tends to wear dark gowns. I don't know if it's actually what they're made of or just her messing with things, but they seem to almost be like she's wearing living shadow.
Is she of the same clan as Serena?
Aye, she is.
And she's not Sabat?
Nay, she is. That's where she's gone to.
But she's wanting you to go independent. I don't buy it.
Aye, if I turn independent, then I'm a step closer to joining the Sabbat.
Aye, but you're not going to be going and doing that now, are you?
I've contemplated it before, but I just don't agree with a lot of what they do.
No, neither do I.
Nay, I don't either. The Camarilla might be shite at times, but for the most part, it's never done me wrong. The Sabbats, they just go around acting like monsters.
Not always. I have some like Nicks who usually are more interested in research and learning the histories.
Why would she attack you?
Because I said I wouldn't go to the Sabbat, not unless I was dead.
So she tried to take you by force? Well, that doesn't seem like a very good friend to me.
She thinks she's doing the right thing.
Well, that's not for her to decide now, is it?
She said she's not staying long though. She has to get to today, yes, she said. Not entirely sure why.
Okay. But she's still here, so we could track her down.
I'm just curious, why do you seem so sympathetic towards the Sabbath? You're not a sympathizer, are you?
Nay, I'm not a sympathizer. She just used to be a very close friend. Might have almost said I loved her at one point.
No, you seem
So
more
it's a
than
bit.
happy to let her claw out your chest and run off as you run back crying to your little hole.
When you get lashed with tentacles from every side, and she starts carving you up to make a point to you that You have to prove that you're worth the blood. And the only way to get out of it is to turn into a fucking massive bear that the arms can't grip. And you end up scaring her off. But then you're almost in a frenzy anyways, as you're fighting these tentacles. And you end up getting knocked out a window as it starts slamming into you. You kind of can't just turn back into a person as you're in the middle of the town. You have to get somewhere where nobody's seeing you for a moment.
Trust me, I know all about that. Ask Animal Control. They'll tell you about a story about a wolf.
I'll get Star over here tomorrow. She can help you with those.
I should be fine. I can already feel it. I'm starting to heal. It's just... Oh, I was too busy trying to get away before I made things worse.
Do you have any idea where she went?
Nay. And she said something about me joining her. That she'd meet me where we first met here.
And where's that?
Graveyard. Over at the tomb of Mary. An old voodoo and priestess.
And I'm guessing even though she attacked you, you're not going to turn her in, are you?
I don't think she's gonna stay around long enough. I think I made myself perfectly clear. One good hit with me claws, and she looked like she was barely dragging herself away.
She's an outsider. Probably doesn't even have permission to be in the city, and she attacked a primogen. You should turn her in.
Told you.
I should. And she pulls out her phone. If you'll excuse me, kids.
I'm not
I've got
going
stuff to
anywhere.
deal with.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make sure that you make that phone call.
And she dials the phone. Hello? That's me. I need to report Sabat in the city. You'd probably find her around the Tomb of Mary in the graveyard. I I know what clan she is. La Sombra. Be careful, she's got a whole thing of their spiritual magic shite as well. I'll keep my head down. I'll definitely keep my bear's head down for a while. Aye. Thank you, Serena. And she hangs up the phone.
Saoirse then gives Alana a gentle hug. Thank you. I know it's hard to turn in your friends, but she can't get away with this.
Oh, don't worry. She's not getting away scot-free. She's got a few large gashes in herself. Just wish I could have hit it a little bit harder. She wouldn't have gotten away at all.
I'm sure she wouldn't have. Thank you. Please, don't let anything else happen to you. I wouldn't know what to do if something did.
And can you guys roll perception alertness? It's vision based. You notice that in the darkness there's something strange about her hair. It's almost twitching a little on the top of her head, a little bit on each side.
What's going on with your hair?
And she reaches up and touches her hair. Nothing, my dear. And she just kind of holds her hands there, pressing her hair down.
Well, that doesn't look like nothing.
Nah, I'm just gonna be staying inside for a while. As she pulls her hands away, you see two large bear ears pop up.
Yeah.
So you did frenzy.
For quite a while, it seems.
Well, it's very cute. You've got bear ears and I've got a tiger tail. Aren't we a pair?
Aye, quite.
Right. Stay inside. Stay safe, please.
Aye, I will. I'll make sure my girl brings me some stuff to feed on. It'll help healing faster.
That's a good idea. You let me know if you need my help. You know I'm always willing to help.
Aye, I know.
Okay. Well, we better get back to Sasha.
Why aren't we going to the graveyard?
I suppose we could go there.
Well, it's up to you. You're the one that drives.
I just don't know exactly what it is we're dealing with. Alana, is Serena going there too?
Aye, she is.
Okay, well, I guess we can go and see if she needs any assistance. I'll call Sasha and let her know. Or you call Sasha and let her know what's going on.
Oh, well, we don't exactly have to go make ourselves known. Like, snoop around a bit.
Aye?
Because, like people have been saying, if Serena is a Sabat sympathizer, which I'm not claiming she is she really gonna murder clanmate and Sabat?
That's true.
Come on, Saoirse, you're supposed to be the smart one here.
Aye. It's been a long night.
It's still not over yet. With that, Alex starts walking back out of the room.
Saoirse follows, looking back at Alana as she walks out of the room. And she says goodbye to her and then heads out of the room and back up the stairs out of the house.
And when Alex gets up to the stairs, she's gonna take her phone out and call Sasha.
Alright, well hold there. Sasha, what are you doing while they've been gone?
Sasha will pace around for a while, kind of tapping her foot. She'll eventually sit outside, almost like this protective like sentry outside of Star's room, looking down at the phone, wondering to call Serena as well. She just wants someone to talk to. And she'll kind of just pace up around, go into her room, basically kind of just patrol around the house. And she ends
I
up
need
just sitting outside Star.
I need you to roll a perception alertness set with hearing based, please.
That'll be 4 dice.
4 dice. Let's see how well you do.
Oh god.
2 successes.
Yeah.
You hear. It almost sounds like a lot of wind blowing in that room. Like a window's open and there's a strong, very strong breeze.
She immediately cocks her head and opens the door.
You look
Slowly.
inside and the room looks normal. The bed's empty, the window's open.
You little... Fuck. Sasha kind of is running to where the window was and kind of looking out, seeing if she can activate her eyes of the beast.
As you look out the window, how familiar are you with the physical terrain? Would you notice minor differences?
Pretty much. Yeah, she's lived here with Alex for a while, so she's pretty familiar with all the trackways. Alex would have shown her a fair amount of things.
Would you notice an extra bump here and there?
Eventually, after maybe a second glance.
Roll perception, alertness, vision based then.
That's 4 dice again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
You think you notice a bump or shrubbery you don't remember being there before?
She's climbing out the window to jump down. She's even saying, Alana, it's just Sasha. Everything's okay. We just put you to bed because you were tired after getting shot. Everything's okay.
You mean Star? You said Alana.
Oh, fuck. Star. Jesus Christ, my name's all over today. Star, yeah, Star. Everything's okay. Saoirse and Alex just went to check on Saoirse's sire. Everything's fine.
And as you approach this mound bush thing, you notice the bush has small red flowers on it. And it seems to be on a slight mound, but that mound, as you're watching, actually visibly depresses back into the ground.
Oh. Star? Oh, if this is you, I'm not gonna hurt you. We just put you in the guest room just so you could rest. That's what Saoirse said. So can you please come out?
You get no response.
Oh no. She kind of like even more cautiously approaches where the mound is just depressed down, and she kind of just is going to run her hands gently along where the mound is just brought down. Just even repeating that words that we're just trying to keep you safe and no one's going to harm you and stuff like that.
And you keep saying this, and it feels just like the rest of the earth in the area. It's not packed or loose, any more packed or loose than the rest of the dirt.
Oh, come on. She starts panicking then, kind of trying to follow and look for any of those specific shrubbery with those type of flowers as she's walking along then. Kind of.
This seems to be the only bush like that. And it's not one you've seen around here before.
She kind of gently touches one of the flowers, kind of almost like trying to be as gentle as she can. Star, I promise nothing's gonna happen, but Saoirse will get really mad, so can you please come inside?
The bush doesn't respond. It seems to be a bush.
She just like even just punches the bloody thing quite aggressively. Then as she goes, she just loses the plot. Then and she kind of just hits the wall. It's like she just like starts angrily like hitting the ground, going, "This is bullshit. Where are you?" As she kind of is almost pacing around, kind of like she starts even digging like where the bush is just to see did she bury herself under the ground like she knows Alex can do.
And you don't seem to be finding her. You do notice that the flowers on this are growing quite quickly. They're almost there's a bit of red and white. They're almost turning into like small roses.
Oh, that's really pretty.
They almost look like white roses dipped in blood.
Oh. She immediately starts backing away from it. She sees blood and she kind of is like, she kind of almost looking panically around, kind of anywhere where this thing is seems to be growing, the roses and all that, kind of calling out for Star, and but immediately kind of
It's
backing
just a
towards the
blood
house slowly.
bush.
What is this? Star? Why are you making a rose bleed?
You get no response.
Oh. She, she kind of is dumbfounded. She's kind of like, well, if you're just gonna keep bloody ignoring me, she kind of actually walks over and plucks one of the roses off the bush and goes, "There, maybe that'll get you to talk to me."
And when you do that, when you grab it to break it off, it pricks you and a drop of your own blood comes out.
Ah, what's the only way? She even just shouts at the bush. It's the only way I can get you to talk to me. What is this? She just like licks her. Star, please. Why are you? She's kind of freaking out. Like she's having a proverbial like, just like, what the fuck? Why couldn't you just stay in the fucking room? You know, she reaches over and just gently strokes the rose again. Come on, I'm not trying to hurt you. Just please come out and talk to me.
There's no response.
Oh boy. She actually crosses her arms and kind of just, well, fine. And she kind of just sits there in front of it, Star will come out eventually. She's just kind of staring at this bush quite aggressively. Kind
And
of,
at this point, your phone rings.
she immediately kind of nearly fumbles it out of her hand and she goes, "Hello."
Hi, it's me.
Hi,
S-
Alex.
So we found the bear. It's not a bear anymore, but yeah.
That, that's great and all, but you need to put me on to Saoirse kind of quickly.
Maybe I want to speak to you.
You can speak to me after, sweetie, but hand the phone over to Saoirse.
Is Saoirse in the room?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, you just see Alex just extend her arm out and like holding the phone in, almost in your face, basically.
Saoirse gives a little bit of a puzzled look, but she takes the phone. Hello?
Okay, not saying this is my fault, but how do I convince Star to stop being a plant and weird roses that are seeming blood and everything?
What?
I was, I heard
What
the
are you
window
talking
open.
about?
I heard the window open. I came in, Star wasn't there. Next thing you know, there was the shrub bush that I've never seen before. The She, but if I go to touch it, it pricks me with blood. I don't know what's happening, and and this is really weird. So, is there any method to make Star stop being a plant?
Uh, Saoirse is not exactly sure how to respond to this. Um,
She even you
like,
she takes a picture of the plant and sends you a message of what it looks like with a typo and go, "You've seen this." Star normally do this. He's like, Alex, Sasha's dumbfounded. She's kind of looking back over the house just to see a star in the house, and she's kind of just like, I have no clue what to do here.
um, Saoirse then has a bit of a realization, and she kind of chuckles. Oh, Lord. Um, this is my goddess's sense of humor. Oh, Star's not probably going to be coming out of there until I come back. Um,
Why?
because I asked for her to be protected. I didn't think that Gaia would turn her into a fucking rosebush. Um, she's going to be fine where she's at.
Put the
And she's
phone. You even hear a growl. Put the phone back onto Alex.
and she hands the phone back over to Alex, and she's still kind of chuckling.
What's so funny? I don't get it.
I don't want to talk about it. What's happening?
Oh, yeah. Uh, huh. So we found the bear. It's not a bear. Found another, apparently, Sabat, basically.
Hmm?
So shall we go into the graveyard?
Aye, we are.
So we're going to a graveyard. There's supposedly Sabat there, but I'm just gonna watch, see what Serena does.
Serena's going.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there. She hangs up the phone.
What did I say wrong?
I don't know. I think it's been a long night for all of us. Come on, let's go. Oh, by the way, Star is now a rosebush in your backyard. She'll probably stay that way until we get back.
As Alice is just looking at her phone, you just see her head just slowly turn. What?
Well, you see, I asked for our goddess, Gaia, to protect her, and I guess this was her way of doing so. I guess she has a little bit of a sense of humor.
I don't like roses. And she just walks past you out to where the car is.
Aye, well, uh, Saoirse just kind of shakes her head and thinks, what a fucking crazy night this has been. And, they, get into the car, and Saoirse then drives off, to the graveyard. When she gets there, she doesn't park, like, right in front of it. She parks a little ways away so that they can walk to it.
And how is Sasha getting there?
First thing Sasha's gonna do is she's gonna walk in and take over to one of those garden hoses and just turn it on the plant and just put it right beside the rose bush and just turn and flip the rose bush off and walk into the house, throwing her leather jacket and is ringing Serena.
Buenos noches.
Hi Serena, I heard you're taking on Sabat, and I'm here to help.
Oh, that is very sweet of you, Mija. Do not worry, my little flower. I will take care of it. It is only one.
What did you call me?
You are beautiful, like a little flower. See?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can still want to help, and maybe you and I could talk. I need to talk to people.
See, we can talk while I head over there. What is it you wish to talk about?
I just feeling a bit lonely, that's all, and just... Hey, you saw the news, yeah? The bear and all that?
See, I did. I'm
Yeah.
glad nobody got hurt, though.
Yeah, no, Saoirse's on top of it and all that.
Muy bien.
Yeah. Do you know of people who can heal wounds, like with trees and stuff, like it's part of the plants?
Now you sound like you're just talking crazy talk, Mija.
No, it's one of Saoirse's friends. You can, like, stitch wounds back together. Like magic. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I have seen some do it with other ways, but not with the plants. I know the Tremere have a lot of funny things. They might be able to do it.
Well, it's able to heal my claws, our claw marks, and normally that takes a long time.
See. And where is this person? I would love to meet her.
Sasha glances over at where she's sprayed the fucking rose bush with water. She's at my house. You have to wait for Saoirse to get back, though. She won't come out until Saoirse arrives.
I see. And where at your house is she?
And the glances over. Garden. By the roses.
In the garden by the roses. I see.
Are you sure I can't come with you? I want to help.
If you would like, I can come by and pick you up.
That would be great. She sounds very relieved.
See, I will be there shortly.
Okay, I'll be waiting on the porch. She kind of... See you soon, as she nervously kind of hangs up and sits cross-legged waiting. Staring over at the rosebush quite evilly. Kind of, a chuckle comes to herself as she sprayed the thing with a hose. Kind of delighted.
The bush seems perfectly content with being sprayed with water.
Good, I hope she is. That's what Sasha's like, yeah.
And maybe 10 minutes later, Serena arrives. And she gets out of the car. And are you waiting out back by the rose bushes, or?
Yeah, she's sitting down staring at that one rosebush, kind of taunting it by pulling the water away, and then giving her some, and then pulling it away, kind of angrily even staring at her for pricking her finger.
And Serena comes walking up. Buenos noches, mija.
Hi. She kisses both of her cheeks.
It is a pleasure to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. You heard we got the green lady who's masquerading as the sheriff?
See, I heard. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And she kind of wraps one arm around you and gives you a bit of a squeeze. So where is this friend of hers hiding? I do not see anybody.
She points at the rosebush. He can turn into them. That's what Saoirse explained it to me. She's like an advanced form of how we can sink into the ground or something.
So she is the rose bush?
It's like some disguise method or something.
I see.
But she whispers into, almost leading Serena away from the rosebush so Star can't hear this.
Mm-hmm.
You can see me when I go invisible.
Really? That is quite impressive.
Mm,
Is she kindred?
no,
Lupin?
human.
Human? You notice her sniffing for a moment? And that sweet scent, that is her?
That's her.
And she's kind of sniffs following it, and she leans down and smells one of the roses. Mmm, I could almost eat one of these roses.
I wouldn't do that. She's a little hurt.
Mm. See, I am sure I would.
But she's nice though. I don't want her hurt or anything. She's lovely. She healed my wounds and stuff.
See, I will call and have somebody come to make sure she stays safe, okay?
Okay. Just, I promised I'd keep her safe, so.
And she makes a phone call. Does Sasha speak Spanish?
No, she speaks French.
You hear Serena talking in Spanish to somebody rather quickly. She seems excited. Maybe it's just the Spanish language. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah, Sasha kind of just looks at her. You promise you're not going to get her hurt?
Oh, see, I do not plan on hurting anybody. Uh, no hair.
Okay. She kind of looks nervous then, and she kind of goes, so, where are we going then? The graveyard?
See, that is the plan.
What do you want me to do? I can go invisible and stuff so nobody can see me.
Well, that would be good. I want you to make sure that she does not have anybody hiding, keeping
I
an
can,
eye on us.
I can do that quite easily.
Bien, mija. And she goes around to the front and gets in her little red convertible.
Sasha follows, kind of sliding in beside her.
And they speed off to the graveyard. Saoirse and Alex, you arrive well ahead of Serena. What do you do?
Um, well, as I said, Saoirse parked a little ways away from the graveyard, not right in front of it. She looks to Alex and, well, how do you want to do this? You said that you wanted to sneak around.
I never said I wanted to. I said it's probably for the best.
Aye.
So you go sneak around, I'll go say hi. You see, when she said that, it's almost like it's hard to tell, but it's got kind of a wicked look in her eyes.
Alright then. Uh, Saoirse's a little uneasy about all of it. She's keeping an eye out to see if she can see Serena as they slowly walk up to the graveyard.
And again, it's scarily uncharacteristic, but Alex seems to be happily skipping up to the graveyard.
So Saoirse is keeping a lookout an eye on things, and Alex is skipping up towards the graveyard.
Yep.
How close to this tomb is Alex or Saoirse gonna go?
I thought you said Alex.
How close to the tomb is Saoirse gonna go?
I guess if she doesn't see anyone else around, she'll probably go right up to it.
So you're gonna hide, keeping an eye out at the tomb itself?
Yep. Well, actually, is there like bushes or anything she can hide in that where she can keep an eye on the entrance of the tomb?
Yes.
Okay, then she'll do that.
Alex, how close to the tomb is she gonna go?
She's not. She'll go right up to it, but first she's just basically going to skip between all the different graves, just like almost weaving through them, like taking a very long route all the way around
Okay.
towards the tomb.
When you get to the tomb, you find the door of it open.
Hello?
Hello. And
Hi,
who are you?
I'm me.
Hello, me. It is a pleasure to meet you.
How are you? Why don't
I
you
am
come
the
out?
goddess of the night. Because I am here to rest. It is far too bright outside.
She says that Alex just kind of looks around, seeing that it is still quite night. Wait, what? It's dark out.
Dark to those not accustomed to the void. Bright to those who are.
Okay, I don't get it.
Do not worry, child. So what brings you to the graveyard this late at night?
I'm, her voice just kind of trails off. Visiting. Yeah,
Oh,
visiting.
and who are you visiting?
Again, she kind of looks around and just sees some of the gravestones. My, parents.
Your parents. I
Yeah.
am sorry that you have lost your parents. That is always a hard thing to do.
Hmm. Yeah, I was there when they died.
Did you get to help with their death, or just merely as a bystander?
I watched as they were beaten and shot to death by Sabat.
Hmm. And so you hate this about them for this?
She just kind of always twitches slightly and grinds her teeth. I'd say we don't get along.
Yes, that can be difficult. You seem to be one who has accepted who she is, though. Learned to understand what it means to be a Canite. Embracing who she is.
Kindred.
Yes, kindred. The name for our kind among those who hide.
Hmm.
A name for the cowards of the world.
Hmm.
As a Kenite, you should be proud of who you are.
As a
Ex-
kindred, I take pride in what I do.
Do you not take pride in who you are, though, as a child of Cain?
No, why would I?
Because you were given a gift of eternity, powers beyond anything a mortal could even understand.
A gift?
Yes, a gift. What clan do you hail from, child?
Gangrel.
Hmm, ones with their beast. A very proud and powerful clan.
Yeah, proud and powerful. Sure, let's go with that.
Are you not powerful, my child?
I'm not, no. Yeah, I'm just a little girl.
That is what they all say. I remember one of your clan once telling me such. She's not that little compared to me. She's actually quite big, but she was still a sweet young woman, though she far outaged me. I took to understanding us sooner than she did, though.
Mm.
She tries to play nice with the Camarilla. It is saddening. She had such potential. I was hoping I would get to see her again, embrace her in my arms. But it was not to be.
Is that when you attacked her?
Oh, I never attacked her, my dear.
Huh.
She did get hurt, yes, but I was not attacking her. I was
No,
helping her understand the true limitations of who she is. Do you know how much work it took to provide that level of pain to her body? How resilient she is. Hmm.
no, because you just start to speak in circles and riddles now, and frankly, I'm getting bored.
Well, if you are bored, you should probably leave then. Find something to entertain yourself with.
No, like I said, I'm visiting.
Well, don't
Come,
let me keep you from your visitations, child.
uh, you seem very proud of what you are. You seem to
I,
keep trying to put that image on me.
I think we should all be proud of who we are. But if you are not, that is your choice.
Hmm. So, I'm curious, this gift, uh, did I just
Yes.
get a little, I don't know, the worse off version, runt of the litter kind of thing?
The runt of the litter. No, if you are a runt of the litter, it's because you have not stepped up to your true potential. You cling to this humanity, to being what you were, not who you are.
Hmm. You should have told me that 3 years ago.
It is never too late to change, my child, to learn, to grow.
Tell that to the Sabat pack I murdered. I'm sure they'll agree.
Yes, I'm sure it was a tragic loss to them.
Hmm. Tragic. As she says that, she just kind of starts walking away.
And she doesn't seem to talk to you anymore.
And Alex walks up to Saoirse and I assume he's still hiding in a bush or something.
Her mic's giving her issues. One moment, please.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Alright. Yes, she's still hiding.
And
I don't know if
Alex,
she could have heard any of that. Could she have?
Roll perception alertness.
4 successes?
You definitely heard Alex's part, and you heard the other voice faintly.
Okay. I heard some of what she said. I didn't hear much of what she said, though.
she likes to speak in riddles. I don't get it.
Well, what did she say?
I think she was trying to convert me.
Aye, that's probably true. She's probably trying to convert anyone who'll listen.
That's weird. And for a Sabbat, she seemed quite unfazed by the fact that I was, well, killed a pack and quite happily hate Sabbat. Strange.
I'm surprised she didn't attack you.
Hmm.
Should I go and talk to her, or should we wait for Serena?
I'm not gonna stop you.
Seeing that Alex came out unscathed, Saoirse will be brave and go in and talk to Nyx as well.
You approach the tomb, and you too see that the door of it is open. You noticed that Alex hadn't gone in; she had stood at the doorway when she was talking. Are you actually going to enter in?
Yes.
That preternatural darkness fills this tomb, much like it did Alana's underground portion of her housing.
Saoirse notices this and... Hello?
We have more company. This is a busy evening. And the voice seems to come from everywhere and nowhere.
Hi. I heard you that you fancy yourself to be called Nyx. As a goddess of the night, is it not?
It is. You are educated. That is a good thing, child.
Aye. It's kind of my thing.
The stories we could tell each other then, to learn of us and who we were and who we are and who we should be. Those are the lessons we are here to learn, child.
Aye. But I have one question for you, if you don't mind answering.
Of course, child. Please ask away.
Why did you attack my sire?
Hmm. That is the second time I have heard this question tonight. And again I will answer, because knowledge is nothing if not shared. Because if you die not telling your knowledge, that knowledge dies with you. I did not attack your sire. Yes, I did hurt her, but I was trying to help her become more fully aware, understanding what she is truly capable of, and the power that she has in her blood, the power she has in her soul.
Oh, I'm sure she's well aware of that. She didn't really need your help.
And yet she tries to play human. It is a curious condition. Why would you pretend to be less than you are?
It's called the masquerade.
I did not say that you should tell the people what you are. I said, why would you pretend to be less than you are?
Because we have to blend in. We don't want them asking any sort of questions. But we know that we are not on the same level as them. We are predator, and they are prey.
See, you hold yourself to a higher standard then, even above that of your sire, you say. So you are a lawless child.
But I respect all life. I do not kill. I only take what I need, and that is it.
You do not kill. Hmm, interesting. Why would you not kill? It is part of the natural order of things. The predator kills their prey, takes what they want.
It is unnecessary. I take what I need. Besides, if you go around killing everyone, then there would be no supply left.
Think of them like it's 7 billion rabbits, fornicating faster than you can feed and use the blood. There will always be food.
You take for granted that there will always be food. Because if everyone does as you say, all kindred start killing, then you would be surprised how fast the humans die off, and then we have no food, save for each other. Then we kill each other, and then there's nothing left.
See, my child, that is what happens with the end times. That is why we have to stop the antediluvians, save the world. But the Camarilla will not ever admit to this.
And what do you know of that?
I know plenty, my child. There is several antediluvians ready to rise. My own is struggling to come back into this world. He spent much time in the void. For our sakes, he should stay there.
I I tend to agree with you there. But even if they do exist, what's to say that they're going to rise anytime soon?
These are the final nights. That is, it is as the prophecies have said. Even my sire has told me. That is why I am offering Alana a chance to get out, to find safety. She refuses to go. She has too many she cares for here. Which breaks my heart. I thought we were close.
Aye, she's Primogen. She has a whole clan to watch out for.
Things were much simpler when she was not the mother bear protecting her cubs.
As far as I know, she's always been that way. I think that's where part of where I get it from. I'm the same way. Always have to find people to protect, take care of.
Yes, she has been that way, well, at least for as long as I have known her. But one day, she will see that she must look out for herself. And to do that, she must come with me, because I have seen the visions. When my sire died, I learned what he had seen. I truly learned it. I saw it myself. If she is to live, she must come with me to Vegas. Otherwise, she will likely die.
Saoirse contemplates that for a moment. Will you tell me what kind of signs to watch out for? And if I start seeing them, then maybe I can convince her to go. Not to leave the Camarilla, of course, but to find safety.
She said she would rather fight until the end to protect those she can than run and cower in a corner somewhere. And noble thought, but it is a waste.
Well, that does sound like her. To be honest, I'd probably fight alongside her.
Yes, then I suppose you would not be here to take the offer in her stead.
Nay, I have no interest in leaving the Camarilla.
Oh, I am not asking you to leave the Camarilla, just the city to come with me.
Nay, I cannot do that. I have to stay. There are people here that need me.
I could let you bring them with you if you wished, but I would need a safeguard security.
I think we will stay where we're at. You're not gonna hurt Alona again, are you?
No, I was merely helping her understand how truly far she had come from humans, how much she is not a human now. Sadly, she did not take it well. It saddens me.
Well, she's still alive.
I had no plans to kill her.
That's good.
Though I can't say she nearly killed me.
Well, I'm not gonna say that I'm sad about that.
So you think she should just go about killing people just because they are different, that they have a belief that we are more, that we should not hide what we are, that we should accept it and learn through
Nay,
that.
as I said, I respect all life, including our lives. As dead as we are of this earth, so we are still to be valued. But she was protecting herself, so I'm not going to say that I'm sad about her doing that.
Had she not taught me to resist the pains of fire and the sun, I would likely be dead now. But she has, we have shared parts of ourselves with each other.
I see. She told me that you taught her how to manipulate the shadows, so then she taught you resilience in return.
Yes, my child, she did. And it was a fair trade, I think. Though I think she may have gotten the better end, being in touch with the void. It opens up the world to you in ways you were not aware of before even existed.
I have no doubt about that. Although, being able to resist more damage is definitely not a bad thing.
It is not at all. And we're gonna pause right there and jump to Sasha and Serena, who pull up to the or
Oh,
not.
give him a minute.
There we go. Sasha's back.
Yay. Yeah.
Haha.
She is. Yeah. Are we just pulling up, or are we?
Yes, you're pulling up to the uh, cemetery. That's the word. I lost it for a moment. Sorry.
Okay. Perfect. When Serena gets out at her side, Sasha's going to follow, but making for the moment Serena I'm assuming Serena just walks straight towards her. She doesn't look at Sasha.
Yep.
The moment Serena's back is turned, she climbs out her Serena's passenger side, doesn't open the door, and obfuscates, and is creeping up, kind of gunning for the tomb or wherever she can find, looking for anything shadowy or weird.
Okay. Well, you're definitely getting up there faster than Serena. She seems to be taking her time. You notice an Alex huddled by some bushes outside of the tomb.
So Sasha just looks over. Alex looks okay. She keeps moving, then looking for Saoirse and anything Sabat-like.
You don't see Saoirse. You see the tomb. The door of it is open, and it's like insanely dark inside.
She does a quick kind of glance around and kind of does a kind of before she goes in, before she kind of takes a step towards the tomb, she does a kind of quick semicircle just to make sure that there's no one hidden in any place or not, like Serena told her to do.
And by the time you finish that, you see Serena approaching the tomb herself. Her eyes now glowing this blackness.
Sasha kind of keeps not directly behind Serena, but kind of to the side, so if the Sabat person is coming out, she can at least wait it out and see what the outcome is. If she needs to jump in and help, or if she can, if there is anyone she missed, she can easily swoop in and support Serena. She kind of just
Okay.
watches in the corner.
As you see Serena enter in, when she gets into that darkness spot, she's just enveloped and disappears by this darkness.
Sasha kind of freaks out then, and she's not kind of wanting to leave Serena on her own, and she doesn't know where Saoirse is, so she, keeping obfuscated, she's going to creep in after Serena.
And you creep in after Serena. Saoirse, you hear muted footsteps behind you.
Well, sounds like we have company.
Yes, my dear, we do. The shadows say too.
Well, like I said, I won't be joining you, but you probably better not go around trying to prove to people what they are, or you might get yourself killed. You are in Camarilla domain, and probably here without permission, I would guess. Did you appear in front of the prince before you came in?
I guess that would be between the prince and I. Well, then that.
I suppose it would.
And Serena, my dear, It has been too long, sister. Buenas noches, mija. I told you cannot come back to this city. Oh, my dear, please. I cannot even come to see family anymore. Is that how this is? See, we are estranged now. And Sirsha, what are you doing here, mija?
Alana told me where to find her, and I wanted to speak with her.
And did you have a nice conversation, mija?
I did.
Did she tell you anything? Try and convince you to give up your life and become more bigger than you are?
She did. But I'm not buying it.
And you can hear Serena, but you can't see her.
Yeah, Saoirse figured that out. It's almost as if she just looks like she's speaking with a wall of shadow. What would you have me do, Serena?
You go outside, mija. Make sure that Sasha and Alice are okay.
I'll do that. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Nix.
The pleasure is mine, my dear. Give your sire my regards. Tell her I will always love her.
I will do that. And we'll see you outside, Serena.
See, you win. And Sasha, as you're coming in behind this and hearing this, you can't see anything at all.
Sasha's going to remain as still as she can, kind of even just closing her eyes and against the wall in case anything comes out at her. She's not in the way, and she just basically goes prone.
So she's gonna lay down next to the wall.
Yeah, basically, kind of removing herself from any pathway that anyone can walk on or anyone can remove herself away. She's just gonna watch and wait and see what's coming out, if she hears anything.
Sasha, when you're coming out, how are you guiding your way out?
You mean Saoirse?
Saoirse.
Yeah, Saoirse. Yeah, whoever, whatever.
Well, she's activating Eyes of the Beast to see if that will help at all through the shadow.
You can kind of see the end of your nose. This shadow seems so much thicker and darker. And
Okay, well, she's just uh she had stepped like right in the door, so she's gonna turn around and walk right back where she came. So she'll do a complete 180 and then just walk right through the shadow to hopefully find the opening.
you turn. You think it's 180. You begin walking and you kick something and run into a wall.
Ah, shite. She then
Sasha, somebody kicks you.
She bites down on her lip, trying not to scream, and she just furiously bites down, so she doesn't make a sound. Did it break obfuscate?
Yep.
is Sasha inside the tomb?
Yep.
Bit
In the
too dark.
darkness with you.
It'd probably be too dark to see her anyway.
Yeah, it's too dark to see her, but
Right. Well, so she notices that she kicked something right before she fell into the wall then? So
that
like
kind
she
of helped
tripped?
propel you into the wall a little bit.
Okay, so she's gonna bend down and start feeling around, because she obviously tripped over something, so she's wondering what the fuck it was.
Can I see this happening? Like,
No,
does
you
she just
can't see
feel ha-
anything. All you see is black.
Oh,
It's pitch black, like thicker, blacker, darker than you've ever seen before.
she's gonna kind of basically curl herself into a ball and try and obfuscate again.
And you feel somebody touching you.
She doesn't move. She doesn't even breathe.
Saoirse, you feel clothes. A body? A person, maybe?
Yeah, she's feeling that. She whispers, "Hello."
Sasha
Sasha, you hear
doesn't.
somebody whisper hello who's touching you.
Sasha doesn't say anything. She's actually going to bring both her like. She's kind of basically kick in any direction to basically kick the thing away from her, but not saying a single word.
Wouldn't she recognize Saoirse's voice?
Yes.
She hears that, but she's covered in blackness as she doesn't say anything for the longest time, and you just hear the slightest whisper. Saoirse.
Aye, Sasha.
What the
Come
fuck?
on, we need to get out.
No. You go out, I'm waiting for Serena.
Serena said for us to go out and wait for her.
You're not the boss of me, Saoirse. I'll wait. I was told to support her, that's what I'm doing. Now
And
go, I've
she
got.
and she told me to go outside and wait with you and Alex.
Well, Sasha kind of is standing up. I'm assuming she can't even see where fucking Saoirse is. She's kind of just saying this to fucking pure darkness. I'm gonna see if she's okay.
She'll be fine, I promise.
Mm-hmm. Well, you go out and wait, and I'll come back out in 5 minutes.
Fine.
Sasha immediately kind of like starts returns to obfuscate and is feeling her way along the wall, kind of trying to be quiet as she can.
Um, yeah, Saoirse's like knows that Sasha's not gonna be able to fucking see anything, but whatever. She's not gonna even try and fight with her right now. She just wants to find her way out of the shadow. So she starts to feel along the wall until she gets to the doorway to get out.
You follow along the wall, and then you're out of the shadows. You can see. You're outside again.
Oh, thank fuck for that. It's dark as all hell in there.
Well, yeah. What did you expect? She's the weird thing.
Well, it's even worse now that there's fucking two of them in there.
Hmm.
Anyway, you know, Serena is her sister.
That's not helping her case anymore.
Well, Serena did say that she considers them to be estranged. Nyx wasn't supposed to come back to the city, but she did, so now Serena has to deal with her.
Hmm. I'm not convinced.
Well, she did say for us to wait for her here, so I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe. We probably won't see much through all that blackness, but I guess we'll see if Serena or Nyx or both or one come out.
Hmm.
And Sasha's in there too. I guess she came with Serena. She wouldn't come back out with me.
She is?
Aye, she is.
Well, we have to get her out of there.
She said she wanted to stay, so I'm not going to stop her. I'm tired of resistance from her. She can do what the fuck she wants.
They say that Alex just starts walking towards the tomb.
Okay. Sasha makes her way deeper into the tomb. She hears very muted talking. As she gets closer, she begins to hear the voices of Serena and another woman. Hmm. You brought a friend with you. The shadows caress her, which means I see her. I feel her. She's a pretty one. You always did like them pretty, didn't you? See? You did not think I would come in here alone, did you? I could hope that you might. We are family after all. But if that is too much for you, I will take my leave. Obviously, the person I am waiting for will not be coming. See, sister, she's the one who called me. Of course, I should never have told her that we are family. Hmm. It is sweet that she sent you, though. It means I at least get to see you one more time before the end of the world. The end of the world is not coming, sister. I've told you this. Yes, I know, sister. Our sire said otherwise, though. She saw it, you know. And I saw it too once I consumed him. You've taken to feeding on our kind as well, have you not? I can see it about you. See, I have consumed some of the kindred. It is not something I would necessarily recommend. It gets a little crowded in here. Yes, I heard you ate that Gangrel man and that Bruja boy, see? See, I did. Will you ever tell me their names, sister, or must I just guess? Or maybe find a Giovanni to draw them out? No, sister. I will tell you if it was really that much of a matter to you. I really shouldn't say it in front of my friend here, though. And you feel a hand on your shoulder, Sasha.
She freezes. And she
She
kind of
may not.
stands up.
She may not take all the answers well, Mija. Almost, Alex. Almost. Yes, there was a John, and there was a Mike. I do not remember Mike's last name. And you hear Alex starts hearing her talking about Mike as she's approaching deeper into the tomb. It's a little muffled still. All sound seems to be, and it's darker than dark in here. It's as if there is no light anywhere at all. Even if you have eyes of the beast on, there's you see the end of your nose, and then there's nothing. It's as if you're almost in a void. Yes, Mike was the Bruja, if I remember correctly. See, sister, he was the first one. He's the one that I used to prove my loyalty to the Camarilla. The one that entered me into the role of Scourge. Scourge me, sister. So they take our livelihood and make it into a weapon. How pitiful that they cannot take care of themselves. And this John, Who was he? Sasha, you may want to call me, huh? You do not want to hear this part.
Why?
Hmm. You may not take it well, Miha.
What's going on?
Just a family conversation.
Why, John? She kind of feels for Serena's hand.
It's still on your shoulder.
Who's John?
Well, I guess you will ask me this every time you see me until I tell you. John Harvey Matheson.
What?
He had done things, broken that relations. And he stayed out just outside of town, so we could not officially send the sheriff after him. So I dealt with him.
What?
He is inside of you, is he not, sister? See, he is inside of me.
You're John?
I am a little bit of John.
That's why you told Alex to sing me the song.
And you hear her, you feel her hand tense a little. Yes, I miss hearing it.
I thought you were my. Sasha just kind of is like there's tears kind of streaming down her face. It's just the shock as she. I thought you were my friend.
And you feel her hand loosen. See me, huh? I am your friend.
Why did you? Did you know I was there?
You are
Did you,
alive or you know me, huh?
did you kill the others then?
He had destroyed their minds, turned them into nothing. I led them to rest. It was the only mercy I could offer them anymore.
Would you have done it to me if I was still there?
If you were in the state that they were, see? Or if you had fought me on it, on what needed to be done.
She kind of just doesn't know what to say. She's just. Why didn't you stop him sooner?
I stopped him within a month of me becoming scourged. I was not around before that.
She kind of just starts running, even screaming for Alex as she's just running into the shadows, trying to just get out of this fucking tube. Just screaming.
And you run into a wall.
Boom! Kind of. That doesn't help as she kind of shakes and like more tears are coming down her face as she's having flashes back of John and the mansion and everything as she's trying to just dart through the shadows again, kind of remembering kind of to take a 180 spin and just run. Then she's moving again.
You turn and you start running, and Alex, you hear movement coming towards you quickly, and somebody shouting your name.
Sasha?
And she collides with you.
Hi.
Alex is immediately hugging you, and like you see tears are coming down her face as she's
I
just
am?
like almost.
Oh.
Yeah, she's. It's so.
Alex is hugging you.
Alex is hugging you. You're hugging yourself. Sasha's hugging you. You've never seen Sasha this distraught.
I
It's
can't see Sasha anyway.
You can't see me. Oh, you know what I mean. Sasha is just in a state like tears are literally streaming all over onto you, and she's babbling almost kind of incoherently. She's kind of trying to get up and pull you out of the shadows.
What's wrong? I don't. What? What happened?
She killed John.
Who?
She ate him.
Who?
Come, we have to leave. She's just almost kind of pulling you out of the tomb.
And then that you just feel her almost grip onto Sasha's collar. Who?
Sasha kind of just breaks down again and starts crying. It's Serena. She didn't. She stopped him and killed everybody. She ate him. He's inside of her. You can't kill her cause John's in there. You can't do it, Alex. He's in there.
She just stays silent. She starts to hug Sasha, but she doesn't say anything.
We have to get outside. I can't be in the shadow anymore. She's just running.
Guess he was murdered by somebody. Huh. And Alex will try and make her way out behind Sasha.
Let's see, how well the first one is for Sasha, the second one is for Alex.
Ugh.
Alex is making her way out, but Sasha's disoriented and crying and flustered, and she runs into another wall. Bounces off, hits the floor. She's lucky to know which way is up. The only way she knows is up is because of gravity on her side. That's what pulls her to the ground when she bounces off the wall this time.
She starts calling for Alex to help her, and she's kind of crawling towards where she thinks the entrance is away from the wall, as she's just
Sasha,
covered in dirt and muck.
come on. Follow my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here.
She
And
does.
her voice seems to be coming from a couple directions. It's muted, and it's hard to tell in this darkness. And Alex, as you're talking, you come out into the night and you can see again.
Sasha almost starts panicking as she's crawling, kind of scrambling after in the straight voice that's kind of in the straight direction.
And you're following her voice, so you're hoping you're following her voice.
I'm hoping to God I'm following her voice.
And then your hand hits dirt, and as you take that next crawling step, your head emerges from the shadows, and you can see and Alex is standing there. And Sasha, you see Alex come running out and saying, "Follow my voice, Sasha."
You mean Saoirse?
Saoirse, you see Alex come rushing out of the darkness and saying, "Follow my voice, Sasha."
Saoirse is pacing back and forth, and when she sees Alex emerge, and saying what she's saying to Sasha, Did she get lost?
We're leaving now.
I won't argue with you over that.
No, you won't.
Excuse me?
When you say that, Alex, still staring at the tomb, she just again slowly turns her head, and you just see this look of. If it could show disgust, she is not happy. We're leaving now.
And just then you see Sasha crawling out of the tomb.
The moment she sees Alex, she's kind of scrambling into her arms, just like sobbing uncontrollably.
And Alex starts to hug her again, but still locked on to Saoirse. Like I said, now.
Saoirse ignores Alex and goes to Sasha. What happened?
She kind of just more startles as she's like clinging to Alex desperately. Serena hit him. She hit John. He's in there.
Oh, fuck.
She was my friend. She was my friend.
She's the scourge of the city. She's no one's friend. Come on, let's go. And she helps Sasha get to her feet, I'm sure along with Alex. And she then puts her in the car and gets in the driver's side of the car and drives back to Alex and Sasha's haven.
Domain.
And you guys leave. Inside the tomb, the two Sombra stare at each other, sensing you guys leaving. The shadows drop. Serena smiles at Nyx. Sister, why did you cause them so much pain? I was saving that. Because, sister, they don't seem to understand who and what they are. Let's see. That is not for you to decide. You are supposed to do that for yourself. Let me handle these people here in the city. They are my duty. Besides, the prince adores me. Oh, speaking of the prince, there he is. Just so you know, you have to leave now. Please take the shadowy back ways because I'm going to have to tell him that you are dead. And I will miss you so much. Try and save me the place in Vegas. I will try not to be too long. Of course, sister, and she kisses her on the cheek. I will see you soon. And with that, she fades into the shadows. The three of you, back in your car, though, don't see this, don't know this. And they drive back to their haven, their domain. It's fairly quick. You pull up, and you see. Well, as you're pulling up to the house, you see a truck leaving, like a moving truck.
What is that?
That's a truck.
Obviously, but what was it doing here?
I don't know.
Oh no. Sasha immediately bursts out of the car and starts running to where Star was, like popping her claws as well.
Saoirse takes off after her.
And you hear, and you notice now that the truck is actually like tearing out of here quickly. And you hear, as you get out of the car, the sounds of wolves and other animals from the backside of the house. Is anybody but Sasha tearing around?
Hearing wolves, Alex is going to definitely go around to the back.
Saoirse is wanting to find Star.
So is Saoirse going to the bedroom then?
No, because Sasha told her she was in the backyard as a rose bush.
Okay, everybody's running around to the backyard. Sasha's popping claws. And as the three of you come around this corner, Sasha first because she knew right where she was going. Sasha, I'm guessing, will probably come to a dead halt as she rounds that corner and sees a half dozen large alligators around, like waddling around this massive growth of thorn bushes, and circling in a large perimeter around the house. You actually notice a pack of wolves. And the thorn bush has grown basically around where this rose bush was.
Huh. Sasha looks more relieved that Star is safe. As immediately her claws retract in, like showing she's not a threat. She turns quickly to Saoirse, like with a look of rage at the truck driving away.
Saoirse comes to a stop behind Sasha, seeing this sight. She still wonders what that truck was doing here.
They were trying to kidnap her, I think. Sasha says as she, like her eyes go kind of menacingly black.
Why would they be doing that?
I asked Serena to help protect. She looks in, like rubbing her through her hair.
Oh no.
That was my fault.
No,
I
it's
thought
not, Sasha. Sasha. It's not your
she just starts.
fault.
She just
You,
starts crying hard.
you
Then
thought she
she.
was your friend. You thought that she could help. You have to promise me you won't tell anyone else about Star. You can't.
Mm, I thought she was mine. I thought I was doing the right thing because I gave her water, and
I know. She's being protected by our goddess, Gaia. I asked for
Alex.
her protection.
What do we do now then?
Saoirse kind of looks up at the night sky, and then looks at the animals, and then looks at the thorn bush, and she says, I'm back now. I can take care of her.
Sasha runs into the house and runs into her room and locks the door, and you can all hear howling and sobbing.
What's Alex doing?
Alex, after sitting down with the wolf pack and hearing the commotion going off upstairs, she goes inside, leaves the door open to see if the wolf pack will follow, but and starts making her way upstairs. and just knocks on the door slightly. Sasha?
You don't want to see me, Alex.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
When Sasha opens the door, she looks at Alex and she's cut most of her dreadlocks off kind of rather crudely. Like there's even cuts on the side of her head.
And Alex just stands there just smiling. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh,
She just closes the door again and locks it as she goes. She doesn't come out then, there's no response from her then as she goes and lies down and cries herself to sleep.
Alex will try knocking again a few times, but after about 5 minutes or so, she gives up and pops claws and starts to tear down the door.
Sasha looks up at her as Alex, stop.
Yeah, for the most part, it sounds like at the start, it sounds like a dog just scratching at the door, and then you just see claws just pierce through the middle of the door and just start dragging down. She's trying to get her way in.
Sasha kind of ends up screaming at like her name, like Alex, and leave me alone. Kind of in this panicked voice. Go to the dark room, is what she starts screaming then.
You see the claws just retract out of the door and the footsteps of going down the stairs.
Sasha goes and looks at herself in the mirror. It's like some of her deadlocks are cut off, but they'll grow back as she pushes herself against the mirror and just scrapes with her claws just that cracked mirror, and she just starts smiling at herself. And as she looks at the broken shards of herself, she let the man who killed John into everything. And she just sits there staring at that broken reflection of herself.
Meanwhile, outside, Saoirse, you notice that around this thorn bush, the ground seems to be sinking. It stays up on a elevated portion of ground, but the ground around it seems to be sinking. And once it's down like 2, 3, 4 feet, it starts filling in with water, and it's basically forming like a moat around this thorn bush about 10, 15 feet across between shore to shore.
Saoirse begins swimming across it over to the rose bush.
The gators take up residence in this moat area as you're swimming across. They seem to be ignoring you. You can hear the wolves yipping in the distance.
Yeah, she notices that the alligators aren't paying any attention to her, and she keeps swimming across until she gets to the other side and to the rose bush.
And the thorny briar seems to pull back, allowing you in towards the rose bush. And as you approach, you notice it has one rose broken off.
Oh no. Star, are you okay?
You get no answer.
She picks up, is the broken rose laying next to the bush?
Did Sasha take the rose bud that she snapped off with her, or did she just drop it when it stabbed her?
Dropped it when it stabbed her.
Yes, it's by the bush.
She picks up the broken rose and she crawls over next to the bush and finds where the where it would have fit, like the broken branch, and she closes her eyes and begins to pray to Gaia to help her fix Star, to help her get uh, the rose back where it belongs.
And as you're doing that, small vines begin wrapping up that stem and around the base of the rosebud that was torn free, and it begins holding it in place.
Saoirse notices this and she begins to cry, tears streaming down her face as she's almost in disbelief that it's actually working, that Gaia is hearing her and responding. I mean, she knew that she was when she protected Star, but she figured that was just because, well, Star. But having this happen, she's just in overwhelming disbelief and gratitude that this is actually happening.
And how long are you going to stay with this bush?
Well, she was hoping that since she was back that Star would be returned to her in her normal form. But she'll stay there until she no longer can, until she has to go in for the day.
So she doesn't have Protein 3?
No, just Protein 2.
Fair enough. Then,
Otherwise, she would stay in the ground with her, but she can't, so.
and with that, then you stay as long as you can. And eventually you make your way inside and sleep for the day. And does anybody want to say anything before their character falls off to sleep? Anything further? Going.
Saoirse goes up the stairs to the guest room where Star was laying, and she closes the window and pulls the blackout curtain over it to keep out the sun. She, at this point, wishes that she didn't have to worry about that so that she could stay with Star. She didn't want to have to leave her, but unfortunately, she will be dead if she stays out in the sun with her at this point. So she lays down where Star was laying and hugs the pillow that she was laying on to her. Thinks about the events of the night, her conversation with Nyx.
Alex, well, in the dark room, she goes to the wall and takes the picture of John off, looks at it for a minute and places it down on the small dressing table. With her claws still out, she just shuts her eyes and almost loses it. Sasha and Saoirse, you hear a lot of heavy scratching from beneath you on the walls. And then she passes out. As the sun rises,
Okay, and before Saoirse drifts off to sleep, she also thinks about how she was able to heal the rosebush star, put the rose back where it belonged with the help of Gaia. And she wonders if Gaia is finding her worthy again, if she thinks that she's doing the right things, obviously, or she wouldn't be responding. She says a quick prayer to Gaia, thanking her for her help, promising that she will stay on the right path and she won't disappoint her again. And with that, Saoirse then passes out for the day.
And if there's nothing else going on, we will end this session.